Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Smells Like. I'm Josh. So good to see you. I've got a little fragrance review for you today. Kind of like a rainy day. Been having all kinds of thunderstorms here today, and so just kind of lounging around, having a lazy Sunday. Thought it was a good day to wear this fragrance, and as I was wearing it, I thought, maybe I'll go ahead and review this one. This is from the Dunhill Icon line, a line that I've talked quite a bit about on this channel. Definitely a fan of this line in general. This is the latest edition in this hunter green bottle, of course, with the racing stripe here on the top of the bottle. This is Dunhill Icon Racing. Dunhill Icon Racing came out in 2017. The perfumer is Laurent de Guernay. He's a perfumer that's done a lot of things for Bond Number 9, Calvin Klein, Dolce & Gabbana. He's done quite a few of the Bond Number 9 fragrances, actually. He did Andy Warhol, Montauk, a whole number of Bond Number 9 fragrances. He did not do any of the other Dunhill Icon fragrances. So this is not the perfumer that did the original or any of the other flankers. This is kind of his first Dunhill Icon fragrance. And I think it's noticeable that it's a different perfumer than the other three. This is a very refreshing, sort of bright, a little bit sporty type of fragrance. I think that's what they're going for, kind of a modern, sporty type of fragrance. The top notes are bergamot, grapefruit, and cardamom. So a slight bit of spice, of like a cold spice in there. Mostly I get the grapefruit. That's kind of the main note that I get in the beginning. And it is a nice grapefruit. Almost a saddle. It's almost like sour or bitter coming off the top. But that cardamom gives it this kind of cool spice. So right underneath the top of the fragrance, you already get into kind of this cool feeling. It has a cooling sensation, that cool spice cardamom. As you get into the heart, you have orange blossom, black pepper, and lavender. Those are really big notes in this fragrance, particularly this orange blossom accord. It's used a whole lot in another one of my sort of designer guilty pleasures from Yves Saint Laurent, their L'Homme Parfum Intense, which I have a review of on my channel. It's kind of in the same vein as this. It's like it gives off this kind of bubble gummy orange blossom thing, and you would have to smell it to recognize it. That with the black pepper, really the only thing anchoring, one of two things anchoring this fragrance to the rest of the line is the black pepper. I'll talk about the other thing in the base notes of this fragrance, but that black pepper anchors this to the original Icon, which really has a pretty strong black pepper note. And that pepper is used in all the flankers, and that kind of connects them all together. And then you have this lavender. The lavender also pretty prevalent, but I'm not always the biggest fan of lavender. Sometimes it can be really scratchy, and sometimes it can really, like in a lot of old school men's aftershave fougere type fragrances, lavender can be a little off-putting for me sometimes. It really is done in a pretty nice way here, and I think the way that it's blended with the other notes keeps it from being too overpowering. This is a lavender that I like. It does lend a little bit of a classic sort of gentleman fougere vibe to this, but this is not at all, I wouldn't say, in the fougere category. When we talk about the base notes, we've got guaiac wood, vetiver, and musk. Musk is the other note in here that really ties this to the other fragrances, especially the original Icon. The original Icon is kind of a fresh, fizzy grape soda with kind of neroli petitgrain, which kind of ties a little bit to the orange blossom that's in this, although it's done in a different way. There might even be lavender in that original one. I don't remember. Vetiver, I think, and the woods, and the musk. And so it's really the base here with that woody, kind of a woodsy vetiver and musk that really ties this, in my opinion, to the original Icon. Still my favorite from the line is the original Dunhill Icon. You can find this at a lower price point. I got this for around $30 online. And at that price, this is worth it. Now, if I'm honest, the only reason I bought this is because I have the other 3 in the line and I wanted to complete the line. And at its price point, it just seemed like a no-brainer. I really like the bottle. I think it looks cool next to the other different colored bottles from the line. And I do wear it, and I think I will wear it every now and then. Like I said, just kind of on lazy lay around type of days when I'm not really necessarily wanting to, wear, a really expensive fragrance or anything that's challenging at all. And I just I almost didn't wear anything today. That was the kind of day that I was having, just feeling like I didn't really feel like paying attention to fragrance today. This is a good fragrance for that because it just kind of has like a little bit of a men's shower gel, clean, fresh, invigorating thing. The citrus really is nice in this. It really is invigorating and effervescent. So, I'm not gonna lie and say this is my favorite fragrance ever, or this is my favorite designer fragrance, or my favorite pickup that I've picked up this year. It's not. It really is kind of a ho-hum fragrance. But among other fragrances like it, I think that's where you find it worthy. I like it better than Mont Blanc Legend Spirit. I like it better than Invictus Aqua. This, like I said, it has that Gaiac wood, vetiver, musk in it. There's enough interesting going on here that for $30, $35, I really think it's worth it, especially if you like other fragrances from that category. If you like that kind of bubblegummy thing, the Le Malo Fresh, Superman, Popeye, it really is in that. It's kind of like a cross between Invictus Aqua, Mont Blanc Legend Spirit, and Le Male, Superman, Popeye, that kind of fresh linen, bubblegum, sweet, but very, very fresh fragrance. So, people always want to know about longevity. I get above average longevity especially for a fresh fragrance with this. So average to above average. For a fresh fragrance, definitely above average. So you take the performance, the smell, and the price point all into consideration. This one is a win for me in that lower category of kind of guilty pleasure designer fragrances. So I'd love to know if anybody has any thoughts on this one, if you've tried it. I'd love to know your thoughts down in the comments. I always love to hear from you guys. And if you'd like to do this again sometime, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'll see you right here on the Smells Like Fragrance channel for another video next time. Thanks so much for watching.